And this year, I want you to have the courage to pursue whatever dream you have. It doesn't have to be grand. It doesn't have to be small. It could be whatever dream that you want to pursue. Hello, my darlings, and welcome back, or welcome if you're new, and welcome to 2026. I cannot believe we're here. Only to think that, 6 years ago, it was 2020, one of our wildest years ever? Wow, time surely does fly. Absolutely. But anyways, if you're new here, I basically do motivational content, inspirational content. I find a quote and I dive deeper into it, or a little bit into it, just to kind of explain it a little bit. And hopefully these are motivating you, encouraging you, or helping you in some way, shape, or form. So if you enjoy my content and you have not yet subscribed, be sure to subscribe, hit the like button, and share the videos with somebody that you think can use that piece of content, that piece of advice, that piece of motivation, that piece of whatever that is being said in the video. So let's dive into today's topic. And today's quote states, "All our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them." Walt Disney. I love this quote specifically for the beginning of the year. It's a new year, and a lot of times, as you can imagine, we're all in that new year, new me, or new year, new era, or just rebranding, or just starting fresh, or just whatever. It's fresh, right? Absolute, complete, brand new. You just give up on the past, give up on last year, throw it in the bucket, and start fresh. So if your dreams have not yet come true, or if you've had some dreams that have come true, wonderful. But if you have not had some dreams come true, or if you have not had any of your dreams come true, then guess what? All your dreams can come true if you have the courage to pursue them. What this means for you is that you're going to have to, yes, pursue your dream. If you just dream, it will remain a dream. It will stay in your head, it will stay in la la land, and it will be there for as long as you allow it. But if you go after that dream this year, you are going to see that dream come to fruition. And I'm not just talking just to talk. I believe this, absolutely true. I've had dreams that I have written down, perhaps, right? And then not pursued them, because all I was just hoping was that, oh, they will come true by themselves, or, oh, you know what, I'm sure it's gonna come. It has to come at some point. I don't have the energy right now to do anything about it, but I know it's gonna come true because I have so much faith over it. Well, guess what? Faith without works is dead. I'm sure you've heard that scripture somewhere, or you've seen that quote somewhere. It's true. Yes, there are times where things will miraculously happen. But then there are other times when reality kicks in and, well, you have to actually do the work. You do have to put in that work to see that dream come to fruition. And like I mentioned, I've had dreams that I did not put in any work, that never came to fruition. And then I've looked back in the past and wondered why they never came through. And I realized it's because I never even put any effort into making them come true. Or I started and then I stopped and they never came true. But then I've had those dreams where I've dreamt maybe for a month, or maybe I've dreamt for a couple years, and then I eventually put some effort into those dreams, and guess what? They came true. They came true. So you've got to pursue your dream this year, or dreams, if you want them to come true, okay? You've just got to. It's 2026. I feel like this time around in life, we have so many resources. We have so much information. We have so many ways in which things can come into fruition for us, or to get to where we need to get. And if we're not seeing results, if we're not seeing the dreams that we want come to life, that means we're not I don't want to say paying attention, but we're not really intentional about making them come true. I will say that, okay, years ago, I don't even remember, but I did have a dream of becoming a flight attendant. I dreamt, I had a coworker with me, and we would play around that we were going to one day become flight attendants. She went for it, right? She went for it, and I didn't really ask those questions. I didn't ask her any questions about, oh, how did you apply, or where did you find these jobs, or any of that sort. I would just hear her say that I applied, and I'm like, oh, that is so cool. And in my head, I'm like, man, that would be cool to be a flight attendant. I would love for one day to become a flight attendant. I never knew how to pursue that dream, right? So I kind of just wished that I would be a flight attendant, and I figured, well, you know, if it happened, it's gonna happen. And then I also didn't really know where to look for flight attendant jobs. I didn't know how to get it. I thought it was some sort of, I don't know, what is it? You would call it one of those, what do you call it? Discreet or elite or exclusive types of jobs that specific people will get or specific people will find. And I didn't feel like I was a specific person to get that job, but I wanted to be a flight attendant. But anyways, all to say is that that was just a dream. I had that dream for years, and then I would let it pass by because it never came to pass. So it never came true because I never cared about it as much as I would have wanted to. I never thought deeply to ask my friend, where are you getting these flight attendant job offers or applications, or how can I apply? I just never did. It was just a dream. Last year in spring, I thought to myself, well, what else can I do with myself? And it hit me. I had this one dream years prior. And I thought to myself, I would love to be a flight attendant. That would be really cool. I've accomplished one of my working dreams. Why don't I try to make this dream come to life? Well, immediately once I had that desire to really want to pursue this dream, because I really wanted this time to become a flight attendant, I asked my best friends, Google, flight attendant jobs. Y'all, it was the wildest thing. I don't know why that never occurred to me to even search that. But anyways, I researched and jobs came up. Not that many, because the time, I guess, was not a good time for applications. I'm not sure. There weren't many of them available. But there were two that I found interesting, whose values kind of aligned with mine and who I wouldn't mind working for. One was a very small company and one was a really large company. I thought to myself, oh, I would love to work for that big company, but I don't really know about being selected, so let me apply for the smaller company. Well, I applied for the smaller company, and guess what? I did not get the job. I got the first interview and I thought, oh my gosh, I got an interview. That's amazing. Well, but I did not get the job. I did not get the job. However, because I pursued this dream intentionally this time, I was very close. I couldn't believe I actually had an interview. But more importantly, I couldn't believe I was seeing an application for this job. That was wild for me. So I said to myself, you know what? I can do it. I can be the big company's flight attendant. I really can. I see myself as a flight attendant for that company. So I intentionally researched ways to become a flight attendant. I intentionally watched videos. I intentionally Googled, learned. I even paid for a service to help me pass this interview because I was determined to become a flight attendant. So I applied. I waited. I got the interview. I waited. I got the job. I got the training. It was mind-blowing. that dream that I had years ago, I could have fulfilled it at that time. But you know what? No. It took me so many years before I remembered it again. Because as a dream comes to you, if you don't pursue it, it kind of disappears, right? It goes into that space of, I don't even remember it. I don't remember it, right? You just don't think about it anymore because it no longer becomes your dream. But when it came back to me, it ignited me and it reminded me that that's a dream I would love to fulfill and accomplish. And when I went through all those steps, I was just astonished that, wow, I get to be this girl that I wanted to be at that time. And I felt like that person. It was absolutely incredible. I mean, it was a dream come true. Now, I do want to say, unfortunately, I did not continue on with that just because I had other family issues that came about that I wanted to prioritize. And I'm very, very grateful that I did actually choose the path that I ended up choosing. But I got to fulfill and I got to live out that dream. I got to be there. I got to learn. And the most wonderful thing is that I learned so much that it helped me in my femininity. It helped me to just embody just being this wonderful person. I just learned so many amazing things about myself, so many amazing things about who to be and how to be, and just, it was such a wonderful experience. But all to say, your dream can come true if you have the courage to pursue it. And this year, I want you to have the courage to pursue whatever dream you have. It doesn't have to be grand. It doesn't have to be small. It could be whatever dream that you want to pursue. Whatever dream you want to see come to life for you this year, okay? So we're not gonna just bypass this year. We're not just gonna whatever, right? Don't be like the old version of me that let years pass by before I got to see something that was so wonderful come to life, right? I could have lived all those years as what I wanted. But nonetheless, I eventually got to see my dream come true. And I want that to happen for you in 2026. So to start off this year, write down in the comments one thing you're going to do to get your dream to come to life. I don't want you to tell me what your dream is because it's for you to actually pursue. I've learned that sometimes you just have to pursue your dream in secret until it actually comes to fruition. So write down in the comment one thing you're going to do this year to make your dream come true, or at least one step you're going to take to get you closer to that dream. And then I want you to do that thing. Okay? And then when you have done that thing, come back to this video and update us, because why not, right? Let's just kickstart this year off. Let's just make it wonderful. Make it wonderful from the start. And then by the end of the year, okay, hopefully I'll remember to come back to this video, replay it with an update of you all, because I would love that. That would be cool, right? That would be cool. Hopefully I will remember. And hopefully I will keep doing these videos for the remainder of the year. But for today, our goal is to just write down one step we're going to do to take to get us closer to that dream. Because when you pursue your dream, you will see it come to life. You will see it come to fruition. You will see your dream become a reality for you, okay? So no more sleeping beauties, ladies, okay? We don't want to keep sleeping and dreaming about it. We want to see it and live it. So with that said, don't forget to like this video so that you can remember to come back to it. I think that's how that works. Also, leave your step that you're going to take to get you one step closer to pursuing your dream. And then I want you to write down somewhere, maybe in a journal, maybe on your vision board, I want you to write down that one step that you've written down here. I want you to write down to come back to it in 6 months. 6 months, come back to this video. Maybe I should do that. Should I do that? We'll see. Come back to this video and see if you actually did that step. But within this week, I want you to actually do that step this week, and then update us next time I record this video. Next time I record a video, I want you to watch whatever video I post, and then come back and comment on here, update us on the step that you have taken, and yeah, we'll go from there. And last thing before I close out, I would love to know what you want me to talk about. I think your input will be very, very beneficial. I want to know what kind of things you want me to dive into a little bit, right? Because I love to talk about whatever, but I find quotes and I think that they work perfectly and in tune with what's going on. But sometimes I don't know what you need. So if there's something you want me to kind of dive into a little bit, let me know in the comments below as well. That will help me give you exactly what you need, tailor the content more so to you specifically, and so forth. But yeah, with that, I hope you're excited for this year. I hope you're motivated, and if you're not, motivate yourself. You already know how to motivate yourself. I've given some tips. Keep watching the videos in the past or continue watching, but get yourself to do the thing whether you want to or not. Okay, that's how you get to where you want to be. All right, ladies, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe if you have not yet subscribed, and like this video, share the video with somebody that you think it will be helpful for. And yeah, I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.